This rhetoric of blame has been very frequently aimed at immigrants and racial minorities. The 19th century was a period of massive immigration and infectious disease. In 1916, there's a polio epidemic that begins in New York City, and Italians are blamed. African Americans, meanwhile, are seen by public health officials as major vectors of tuberculosis in places like San Francisco. And the Chinese are often blamed for spreading TB, smallpox, typhus, and trachoma.
People are somehow blaming Chinese people for being inherently diseased or filthy, or they eat weird things. And again, that history of linking Chinese people to eating weird things, that is also centuries old. And so you had to close the borders because they were a threat to good white working men and they were taking their jobs.
In the past 20 years, there has been an increasing hysteria over the rise of China and its ascendance as a global economic power.
There are conservative news outlets who have said very specifically that the Chinese are to blame. Fox News is one of them.
More broadly, we'll need to start treating China like the dangerous Cold War-level adversary it has clearly become. Don't let them lie to you. This crisis began in China.
Now, if you're hearing that the Chinese are to blame, then you're going to take your anger out. If you are inclined to think the Chinese are to blame, I, as a good American, need to take out my anger and my rage and my fear against someone who I think is Chinese. So the next Chinese person I'm going to see, I'm going to spit in their face, I'm going to throw acid in their face, I'm going to punch them in the face.
Claiming that coronavirus is associated with one or the other racial group makes you ignore the actual reasons why coronavirus spreads a lot.
Frequent hand washing, not anti-Asian harassment, will slow the spread of COVID-19.